Whoa, talk about an episode that throws the jungle into absolute chaos. If you were hoping for a nice quiet night in camp on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, season 25, episode 13, you were definitely in for a shock. This episode was a full throttle, adrenaline fueled mix of drama, friendship, underdog grit, emotional twists, and a challenge so tense you'll feel claustrophobic just watching. If you missed it or want all the juicy details unpacked in one go, this video recap is for you. Let's break down the story, the big moments, and that packed ending in episode 13. So, the pressure is on as the camp gets ready for one of the most important live trials of the season. Immunity is up for grabs, and everyone's desperate to avoid being the first voted out by the public. This challenge is basically do or die for a lot of the campmates, and the nerves are palpable in the opening scenes. You've got Eddie joking about feeling like he's been on holiday, yet he's quietly calculating the odds, and others like Ruby and Kelly are steeling themselves for what's coming. The camp has shrunk down to only 6, which actually makes the cores easier, but with fewer allies, the game's intensity ramps up. Before the trial, the celebs pep themselves up like a proper sports team ready for battle. There's banter, fake bravado, lucky pants debates, and words of encouragement, but you get the sense it's masking real anxiety for what's ahead. Ruby actually admits she's scared and doesn't want to be a wimp, even gets offered lucky pants for confidence. The bond among the smaller group is real. They know that from this point on, it's every man for himself, but also that their shared journey matters. You hear lines like, "We have to crush it today." Go in there and battle your soul, showing how much it means to them. Then the trial begins, Wind City versus Doomsville with a klaxon blaring and the stakes high immunity from the first public vote. And as always, valuable food and supplies are on the line. The trial itself is brutalette. The celebs must poke their heads through holes in the walls of a cave and complete star, shape puzzles using pieces sent in, and yes, the cave is full of creepy crawl eyes. Everyone's jammed in these tight spaces, shouting directions, trying to swap pieces, and dealing with biting ants, spiders crawling on their faces, and howling about things in their armpits. It's absolute chaos. The teamwork here is impressive, but of course, it's also messy. Pieces are dropped. Ruby struggles to get the red star. Jack loses a piece and frustration runs wild. Kelly gets totally flustered by the bugs on her face. The trial is loud, frantic, but even with all the confusion, they somehow pull off 5 completed stars out of 6, earning 5 meals for camp. There's both disappointment and relief. Ruby feels she's let the group down, but everyone's quick to support her. Nobody's blaming anyone. The no I in team attitude really shines, balancing pressure with genuine care. The adrenaline from the cave trial gives way to relief as the camps are reunited. Wind City and Doomsville have been rivals, but now everyone is together again as one happy family. Even though there's relief, there's also a bittersweet edge. Tomorrow, someone will be the first eliminated by the public. The idea that their time in the jungle could end brings out all the feels, with hugs and encouragement flying. The group share honest conversations about their chances, the game, and even personal stories. Jack opens up about his notorious gangster granddad seriously. He firebombing record companies and signing bands at literal gunpoint, and the fallout it gave his family. This discussion adds heart and depth, showing that beyond the bugs, the mud, and the bickering, these celebs have real stories. Everyone's excited about one last full team meal before the vote off, the final supper, if you will, and they're determined to celebrate what they've achieved together. It's both a victory lap and a group therapy session tea in between raucous laughter, burps that apparently smell like pig's vagina, don't ask, and jokes about YouTube and celebrity. There are moments of gratitude, pride, and hope for what's next. Some dream about what they'll do when they're out, like starting a YouTube channel. It's striking how the jungle is both brutal and bonding. These people have survived spiders, scary caves, lost meals, and now have to rely on the public to decide their fate. The ending zeroes in on the anticipation for the public vote. We get a quick run through who's up for elimination. Alex, Ginge, Kelly, Martin, Ruby, and Jack, all waiting nervously, joking and second guessing, but knowing one of them will leave tonight. There's a race to get votes in. Viewers have half an hour to save their favorite. The tension is through the roof, a mix of hope, dread, and what even just happened. The episode closes on a classic I'm a Celebrity note. No matter how grim the trials, the banter and laughs return as everyone tries to distract themselves from nerves with stories and games, even joking about starting a lifestyle or cop show together. It's pure, vulnerable reality TV gold. Looking critically at the plot structure, what makes this episode so compelling is the contrast between chaos and calm. The cave trial is wild and technical, pushing all 6 to their limits, with physical hardship and teamwork. But then after the dust settles, there's emotional honesty and bonding, and a feeling of, against all odds, we're still here. Ruby's struggle with the star, Kelly's bug drama, and Jack's family revelations all blend action, humor, and heart in a way few reality shows can. The underlying twist is the reunification of 2 rival camps, which doesn't immediately become a perfect harmony, but sets the stage for more drama as the game shifts from team-based to every celebrity for themselves heading into the vote off. In summary, Episode 13 delivers everything you want from the jungle: tense trials, raw emotion, close calls, tough choices, personal growth, and a whole lot of very British humor. The ending isn't just about who stays or goes, but about what's been built, the friendships, the stories, and the strength shown. But make no mistake, the stakes for tomorrow are massive. The jungle will feel totally different once the public starts sending people home, and the celebs are acutely aware of their journeys hanging in the balance. What did you think of tonight's action? Were you rooting for Wind City or Doomsville? Was the cave trial harder than usual, and do you think 5 stars was enough? Who are you hoping the public saves? And who do you wish wasn't in danger? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this recap, hit like, share it with your fellow jungle fans, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss all new breakdowns and recaps. See you for the next episode. Things are only heating up from here.